Wednesday, June 18th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here along with you. Let's start off with a look from the Avalon Pier web camera over in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Just prior to sunrise, temperature over that way is 76 degrees. The very warm and humid air mass hangs over the entire region this morning. Not a lot of fog at the time I'm cutting the video here during the 5 o'clock hour, but like we've seen in recent days, there'll be some patchy fog that forms before the sun erodes any of that fog later this morning. And it was a hot day yesterday. Look at the 90s all around the region. 98 the high in Fayetteville, Columbia, and Raleigh at 96. Charlotte at 91 for a high. 92 in Greensboro. A lot of 70s on the board this morning once you get away from the mountains. And it's going to be another hot day. In fact, a lot of us a degree or two hotter than yesterday's high temperatures. Dew point still up there, mid and upper 60s, some low 70s right along the coast. So it's a sticky air mass that is in place. The setup very, very similar to what we had yesterday. All the major storm systems well off to the north of us. Heat and humidity in firm control here across our region. Now, extremely quiet here early this morning. Very little in the way of any clouds or certainly no rain to show you across our region. But here's what the radar looked like as we went through yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening. And a couple of pockets of more clustered thunderstorm activity. One of those over here toward the Sandhills region, rather, and another one up here toward the foothills. And both of those areas kind of the zones that had the most shower and storm coverage, and you can see that reflected as well in the storm reports. There's the foothills activity as we went through yesterday, and I'll pan down and show you the Sandhills activity too. And again, those were your two areas where you had the greatest coverage of those showers and thunderstorms as we went through yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening. And you can clearly see the result of that in the storm report map, two areas where your storm reports were largely focused. I'll show you a couple of reports down into Richmond County, right around East Rockingham. You had trees and power lines down. That was about 5:30 yesterday. And then up into Surry County, around Mount Airy. You had power outages around the Toast community, tree down along Riverside Drive and Independence Boulevard. And Davie County, this was a pretty impressive hail report, up to golf ball size hail. It was covering much of the ground. That was around Moxville just prior to 7 o'clock yesterday evening. You notice the distribution of rain. Not very widespread. A lot of it's dry and very hot yesterday, and it'll be a similar deal today. There'll be a couple of pockets to see some storms, but a lot of it staying dry. Big storms up in the upper Midwest. It's been an active several days up that way, and a lot of tornadic activity yesterday in parts of South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. There's been some very impressive looking tornadoes and tragic tornadoes up that way over the past couple of days. All right, here's the deal with the surface map. High pressure offshore, storm system off to the north of us, so a hot and humid day. Our highs well into the 90s all around the region once you get away from the mountains today. A few afternoon storms today, a few afternoon storms tomorrow with the heat and humidity holding on. There's your Thursday highs well into the 90s again. Now Friday, that front off to the north of us begins to approach, and I think it'll get close enough that a lot of us will see a little better chance of some afternoon storms. Same deal for Saturday. Here's your Friday numbers out there for highs, still quite hot. And when you add the humidity and the heat together, here's your heat index values this afternoon. And then look what happens Thursday afternoon. You see a few triple digits on the board there around Raleigh and Elizabeth City. So the heat and humidity, a big deal. And again, there continues to be some air quality issues in parts of the region as well. Tropics, they are quiet. No sign of any tropical development across the Gulf, the Caribbean, or the Atlantic Ocean. No problems there. So here's the detailed upper air map off the European chart today. Here's your ridge across the southeast. The ridge relaxes and it's replaced by a very broad trough over the eastern part of the country over the weekend. That allows that cold front to approach from the north. So here we are today. Not much activity on the European model. Tomorrow you can see that zone of showers and storms creeping a little closer to us. And then here we go, Friday and Saturday, both days featuring a little better chance of the afternoon and the evening showers and storms, and probably the number of storms then tapering off again as we get towards Sunday and Monday. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thanks for watching. Stay cool, have a great day, and God bless.